All right.
All right.
Long time coming, man. I'm in the building, man, with a icon, man, of the city.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
talking about straight out that boot, out the New Orleans, out that NOLA, man. I got one of the historians, man, mogul, in the building by the name of Ricky B. Ricky B, tell the people a little bit about
What
yourself,
up, though,
bro.
man? Y'all know, man, Ricky B, man, straight from the 7th Ward, New Orleans. Held it down back in the day in 94. Shake for your hood if it's all good with the Mobo click. You know what I mean? Just held it down, man. And 30 years later, still holding it down.
30 years later, man,
Yes,
that's
sir.
such a blessing, man. You know, sometimes when I think about them years that's done passed, man, the way we came through there and really didn't know what we was doing, it kind of raised hairs on the arm a little bit, man, to be a part of that. And also, man, to still be relevant and standing tall, man, putting your belt on every morning.
Yeah,
Because a lot of people didn't get a chance to do that.
That's crazy, huh, bro?
Yeah, it is,
man.
man.
Like you said, we didn't even know what we was doing back then. We just was trying to make music, hoping somebody recognize us, get a deal. We thought, man, we'll do this, it'll be all over in a minute. You know what I mean?
Man.
And all of a sudden, you look now and like, man, we're
Yeah.
still here. But like you said, a lot of people we grew up with and grew up off our music, man, they done passed on.
That's right. Generations and generations.
Yes, sir.
But man, the most important question, man, out here right now, man, that I want to ask you is, how does it feel? How does it really feel to be one of the originators of this culture, coming from New Orleans, man? Because New Orleans music was a little bit different from the regular rap. You know what I'm saying? All of the other states was really, well, most of them was trying to do what they heard on TV and on the radio stations and, the records, the albums that we was listening to. They was trying to emulate what they heard, but y'all had something different going.
Yeah, it's an honor, man. I feel indebted to the city. You know what I mean, for giving me that opportunity, because I was doing exactly what you said, emulating what I heard, what was going on, and then when I heard our sound, I'm like, I'm gonna tap into it. I don't like it, but I'm gonna tap into it, and I'm telling you, man, that was the best decision I could ever make. Because I tell anybody, and anybody will tell you that know me, like, Ricky hated that song, man.
Really?
Yeah, man.
And like. Well, of course, we just said it, man. We really didn't know what we was doing, man. We didn't know what we was, gravitating to, man. And a lot of times when we heard stuff, man, it was new to us. We didn't exactly know how to feel about it. But making that decision, how hard was it, first of all, to make that decision?
Well, that's when I learned. That's when I learned, right? Music is not what you make. It's about what the fans like. And it creates you, it generates you. So when I made it, I had like 9 other songs recorded. But when we presented the songs to Mobo, they picked that one. I was like, man, whatever. It is what it is. I can't do nothing about it. If y'all want to put it out, then I'm cool with it. So they saw a vision for it.
Who produced it?
Kevin Carter, KMC.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And he the one who brought it to Mobo.
Okay.
And man, they heard it, and it was like, man, we gotta do something with this. But like me, I'm sitting back like, why that one? You know what I mean? So they saw the vision for it, man, and that, over time, it just made me realize that you can make whatever song you want. But if the people want to hear this what you gotta give them. So that created Ricky B, as a bounce rapper, whatever you want to call it.
Made you the icon that you are.
Exactly. So I accepted. I accepted it early on, but like now I look back and say,
that was 1993 and 94 when it was recorded.
That was early 1994 when he and I was in the
1994.
studio.
So how long had you been rapping or pursuing the game?
I started rapping, man, my senior year in high school, like 87, but I didn't take it serious. I was just rapping and freestyling, rapping at parties. You know what I mean? I was just having fun with it, man. And then they linked me up with a couple of guys in the studios. I'm like, okay, I could do this. Recorded a couple of songs. It wasn't really about, not just to get the feel of being in the studio. I was mostly into DJing.
Right.
You know what I mean? With Disco T. And all of a sudden, man, they linked me up with Kevin. He had some tracks. Went to his house, home studio, laced him. Then he, like I say, he come up with the bounce track and asked me what I could do with that. And I'm like, I don't know, man. So I had a song titled "Niggas in the Hood," and I pulled it out and just was reading it, but I was singing it over, and I was like, all right, let's see this, you know. And I just started singing it, and Kevin was like, yeah, that's it, and I'm like, huh? He's like, that's it. I'm like, man, we gotta change the hook. You know what I mean? And that's how Shake for Your Hood was created, man. Like just on a whim, like, let me see what I got for it. You know?
So, man, you know, this is my first time hearing that story, man, and I really never knew that you didn't like the track or the song, but I can relate to that because that's the story for a lot of artists.
Oh, of course.
And also, with that being said, had you ever put a single out before that? Like
that was the first one.
Okay.
That was the very first one.
And how many songs would you say you was in on before you recorded that one? How many had you already?
That was
recorded?
the last one.
Okay.
I'm telling you, Shake for Your Hood was the last one. All the tracks Kevin gave me, man, was bangers. Like, Lord, I mean, you know, bangers today, but now you look back then, you like, man, that's dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they was the good ones. So I was picking the ones that the streets, again, I'm influenced by NWA. You know, I'm rapping about what they rapping about. And we get to the last, he like, man, I got one more. And I'm like, play it. He played, I'm like, oh, man, that's a bounce track, you know? And he like, man, it's different, you know? And that's how I come about, bro. You know, and the funny part about the whole song is this, though. Like I said, it was titled Niggas in the Hood, right? Now, you got to remember, I'm young, a full functioning mind. I'm seeing what I'm seeing. I'm remembering what happened. So every little thing that happened, man, so many events in my life happened was those lyrics was about. And people didn't even, like, realize that, like, everything in that song is factual based off of things that I saw. Things that I saw that inspired each lyric of that song. And I brought it to light in the book, Shake for Your Hood, the book. I released that. And so now people get to read, like, let me see what inspired this lyric. And they can read it.
Where can you find the book?
You know what I mean? Oh, it's on Amazon right now, man. Shake for Your Motherfucking Hood if it's all good. You know what I mean? By Ricky B. You know, I felt like I had to get that to the city.
Y'all
I had
make sure
to get
y'all
that
support
to the
that, man. Make
yes,
sure y'all support that. So, what inspired you to write the book?
Well, 30 years, right? I look back and I said, man, you know, it's so I can't remember 30 years ago with all the other shit that I've been through, shit the city been through, and that song was the one constant. You know what I mean? Like I'm still here. The city bounced back. The only thing gone is the projects, but everything else in that song is still relevant. So I felt like everybody assumed that song was about, you know, peace, right? Like bringing the city together. It was bringing the city together, but it was still talking about my reality, your reality, uptown reality, you know, East Bank, West Bank. Everybody was seeing and witnessing the same thing. So when we had those moments to reflect on, I say, man, I gotta just tell them how I came up with this song. I can't just let them think that this was just a one-off. It's a lot that went into that. You know what I mean? At that time. But nobody really knew what I put into it. Because it was niggas in the hood, man. You gotta think, express yourself. What NWA made, you know, to us, that was gangster street shit. But them dudes was telling their realities.
Right.
And that's all Shake for Your Hood. It was niggas in the hood, but that's what Shake for Your Hood ended up being, my reality.
And along with that, twerk, the word twerk, or the I'm not gonna say the dance twerk. Like I was talking to a few other NOLA artists, and the situation with twerk used to be mainly a male thing, right?
Right.
So explain that to the folks, man, how that came about.
So twerk, man, is basically two words, right? To work. You're taking the O out. Twerk.
Right.
Twerk. You know what I mean? So that was just a dance that people used to do, and it was consistent of, you know, your back, your booty bouncing, you know, all that stuff there. But it was basically dudes doing it as like group members in a dance. There was no such thing as, to women it was pussy popping.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? And for
Peacocking,
men, it was twerking. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, you know, everybody took it their own way and flipped it in a few past years.
Right.
And made it seem like it's about the pussy popping, the
Right,
people. Instead of
right.
calling it what you call it, you took twerking and made it an overall thing instead of letting twerking be where twerking, jerking, you know, all that little stuff, or to work, dance, to work.
Right,
And
right.
you just turned it over to the booty bopping and all that shit, man. You know, but I'm telling you, bro, Aziatikk Blakk, I was in the studio when Aziatikk Blakk recorded that, right? I was on that record, Twerks Up. People don't even know. I'm in, when that record first start off, that's me that said, we gotta written this race. Aziatikk Blakk and this motherfucker.
That's
and
crazy.
I'm on the record with Aziatikk. You know what I mean? When Aziatikk recorded that record, bro. You know what I mean?
So, like, everybody already know, man. The whole world already knows, man, that New Orleans is just like all the artists, man, especially the bounce artists, man. It's like a family.
Right.
Oh, y'all, cause back then it wasn't no 1,000,001 artists.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all being close knit like that, man, and being family, and then coming up with a genre of music, bruh, that the world is on now.
Right.
The world, I'm talking about,
Right.
this is worldwide, man. I see artists now, man, that go cross seas,
That's right.
teach classes,
Yep.
and bounce.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's an
Yep.
exercise thing. It's
Yep.
Man, it's large, bro. A lot of
blew
people
up.
just really don't know, man. And some of the top artists in the world have I'm not gonna say stolen, but paid homage
Right.
on stage and in the studio with bounce culture.
That's right. That's right. They got the elements of bounce in their music. You know what I mean? The hand claps, right? The fast pace, the yaka 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 yaka, the noises in the background. All them elements of bounce, man.
Right.
They might not. It may not be a bounce record, but it's in their record.
It's
in
there.
that song.
Right,
You know
right.
what
Just
I mean?
like, and a lot of people don't realize, man, it's so much in it, but that beat, just like I can relate to that beat from Planet Rock, is in a lot. That's the bass line for a lot of tracks.
That's right.
That's out.
Out.
You know what I'm saying? And been produced for years.
I agree.
And bounce being the other side, or one of the other sides of it, that's being the bass for a lot of tracks that's being made, bruh. Man, it's just amazing, man. And I'm being 1 hour away, or hour and a half away in Jackson, Mississippi, man, and coming down back in the 90s, late 80s.
Oh yeah, the late 80s.
Late 80s, man,
Early
and
90s.
in the 90s coming down here, man, a lot of times I used to steal cars, man, to come down. I used to steal my kinfolk cars and come down here, man, and go back in a day. Come down here and holler at Miss Peaches, man, and get music, you know what I'm saying, and take back to Jackson. And I broke the bounce
There you go.
in Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? I was
Right.
one of the first artists that played bounce in Mississippi. So once again, man, like we were saying at the beginning of this interview, it's important for the culture now to know where this came from. And this is one of the originators from the South that made this. And then you still performing now.
Still performing, man. Just perform this weekend. Got to perform next weekend, the weekend after that. It's busy, bro. And that's why I said, man, you know, when we was talking off camera, bro, you know, it's not 10, 15, 20, 30 songs being made no more, right? So for me to still be able to do this, you know, people don't realize when I stand in front of them and I say, man, I appreciate it to be still standing up here 30 years doing this. You know what I mean? It's an honor, you know, it's nothing but love, you know, to a testament of a fan base and the music industry as a whole for keeping your name alive, whether it's radio, people like you know what I mean, all media, social platforms, keeping a brother name alive. Because, man, you know, think about some of your favorite rappers that was out there 30 years, what they doing. We don't know. We know they probably still living. Are they still performing? So you said, the Bounce family down here, man, we all good. I'm talking about
That's
we
good.
see each other, bro, it's nothing but love. We support each other when we're on stage. We video each other. We share each other posts. You know what I mean? That's the best we can do for the climate that we're in right now. And as you said, it's transcending overseas. So to the younger artists that's doing bounce, You know, keep doing that. Everybody that's got a hand in bounce, keep doing it, because at some point, people gonna have to go find the history of it, and that's where we gonna say, all right, it's the moment we've been waiting for. We just
That's right.
letting everybody get their shine.
That's right. And shout out to, man, I'm gonna shout out to a DJ, man, that comes over pretty often, holler at me in Mississippi. And he has been down here in New Orleans as well. I don't know his connect down here, but he comes across, man, from Japan and gets a lot of that old music. He don't want nothing new. He don't want nothing out of the 2000s. It's 90s and 80s music that he wants. And it's from artists, man, that, you know, I'm gonna just say that's not appreciated worldwide. Not saying that y'all music is not appreciated, but a lot of underground artists or artists that made, you know what I'm saying, hits, man, back then, that the industry just didn't take over.
Right.
And just with that being said, well, shout out to that DJ first of all, man. I got so much in my head, man. I want to ask you.
It's all good.
But just to that effect, man, being an artist, man, that came through that era, and the industry not taking you or your music and messing over it. Mm-hmm. How did you miss that? What do you apply that to? What can you say that, you know what I'm saying, protected you from the industry, bro?
Well, what protected me from the industry first, I just tell you first off, bro, I didn't take the music serious, right? Because I was doing other stuff. So I had to, if it work, it work. If it don't, it don't. I don't really care.
Right.
You know what I mean? And because I didn't understand the industry, I just knew how to rap. I just knew how to put my voice over a beat. So I wasn't even looking towards something like this happening, right? Mm-hmm. And as I said, as I starting to happen, I started doing my homework. I started reading, I started understanding, and I started looking at artists talk about the work that they put in. And I felt like, damn, I put in that same kind of work. I might be doing it different, but I'm putting in that same kind of work. I don't have to be in the studio, 10, 15 hours to do a song, because when I go in there, I know what I want to do, I know what I'm going to say, and I'm out. Now, what happens on the back end, on the business side, that's not on me. But I had to learn that, right? I had to learn that business side to understand, how do I make this music move? How do I get it out there? How do I get it in the ears of listeners? How do I get it in the hands of buyers? How do I do that? And all that came with being visible and being present. So I put myself out there going to parties, going to do promos, going to do what they call those shows, track shows, you know what I'm saying, where you just go perform and, you the opening act for people. I just started doing all those things, and that I felt like, okay, I'm putting in the work now. And I just, again, if it work, it work. If it don't, it don't. I was into some other stuff. So I kind of protected myself to not enter into agreements, not to buy into the paying to perform shows, stuff like that. Don't sign a contract without a lawyer reading over it. I did a lot of homework on that, bro.
Divine
and never binded myself.
Man,
yeah.
Divine intervention.
Yeah.
So you wasn't so hungry for it that you bit off more than you could chew.
Right. That's right. I felt like I was telling you in there, I felt like I was good because all I wanted to do was rep my neighborhood. But they started coming when you had to rep the whole city. Like, damn, I got to get my shit together.
Right.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. So I guess the Most High, you know what I'm saying, was the only one that, is the only one that can take credit for that, man. Because like you said in the beginning, you didn't take it serious. You know what I'm saying? It was just by way, man. We didn't know what we was doing.
We didn't know. Yeah. You're right, Brian. I give credit to that, Brian. You it's funny you say the Most High, bro. Like, I'm talking about at the peak of Shake for Your Hood, bro. I did a show and I was still out there. I was still in the streets doing my thing, bro. And I had a show I had two shows, one in New Orleans one night and one in Thibodeau, both the same night. And that was a Saturday night. And I did both of them, got my money, had my street money. Man, I showed up to church the next morning. I swear, I promise you, this is no lie, bro. I parked my car, Beacon Light Church, right there on Mirror. I parked right where Popeyes used to be. Got out my car, started walking towards the church. Man, a girl stopped. She said, ain't you? Nah, that can't be you. And just kept walking. And I just smiled and kept walking, right? Man, they come around, passing the plate around. The show money I got from both shows, dog, I just dropped it in the street. and just kept it going. And I walked out the church, I walked right next to the little lady. I said, that was me. She said, I figured that was you. I was like, he rap, and he be doing this, he doing that, he at church. I said, I'm trying to find that perfect balance. You know what I mean? So it's like things happen to you, bro. You never know why they happen. But, you know, I paid my dues. I did everything that I'm supposed to do. I never messed over nobody in this music industry. I'm always there. I'm always on time. I'm always professional. I know how to handle myself. But when it comes to having that balance, that's the one thing that I doubted that I can do. And I had to, through the Most High, will myself to make sure I don't lose that balance. Even though I was out there doing wrong, I was still trying to find myself. You know what I mean?
That's a jewel you just dropped, man, because it's a saying that I got, man. It's been around for a minute, but I use it a lot, man, and that's doing wrong right. And a lot of artists, well, I'm not gonna say artists, a lot of people in general, man, don't know how to do wrong right.
Right.
It's not that we all proclaim to be right or righteous about everything that we do. It's just that it's a way, it's that balance he just got through talking about.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, man, you have to do wrong right.
Right. You know what I mean?
All right, so the next thing, man, I heard you speak on just a minute ago. Well, before we get to that, awards and shows in New Orleans, like coming through the 90s.
Yeah.
How did you handle your business toward, you know, when you got time for shows and that sort of thing?
Man, it's crazy because, you know, 24 hours to Ricky B, man, my entire life, man, I've been either a father, I've been a husband, I've been a working man, I've been doing all these things. So 24 hours to countdown, I always wanted somebody to film that so they could actually see what goes into that preparation. You know what I mean? So just my mind, man, my mind, I'm always conscious about, you know, being, you know, crowds, man. Every artist will tell you they got social anxiety. I don't care if they'll never tell you the truth, man. Every artist got social anxiety, bro. We about to stand in front of people we don't know. You know, we don't know how it's gonna go, but we just gotta get up there and be us for 15 or 20 minutes and then go back to our real person. So it was always that nervousness, you know, but when you hit that stage, bro, you just like, man, and when that man say, coming to the stage, Ricky B, and you hear that crowd, you like, oh shit, it's over. It's done.
Gotta do it.
I gotta do it. Ain't no turning back.
Right.
Ain't no turning. When them lights come on, a lot of people fold. You know what I mean? I'm nervous before the lights come on. And when the lights come on, it's go time. Ain't no turning back. So it was always, you know, me, you know, praying backstage, you know, like, Lord, you know, please don't put me in front of what I can't handle. You know, prayers like that. My team, you know, let us get here safe. Let us make it home safe. Let us entertain these people. Let us be thankful and blessed you give us this opportunity. Those kind of prayers, man, every show. And then the traveling shows when I'm by myself was the scariest ones. A lot of people don't never know. I've been to a lot of shows by myself. I just stand by a lot of people, you know, because there was a lot of times I had trust issues, you know what I mean? Because, you know, things happen and you just start smaller in your circle. So I travel, I had to go by myself and take that chance, but I committed to this. So the preparation part was always, you know, it had its ups and downs, but for the most part, when the lights came on, it was time to go, and I just did what I had to do.
Boy, man, you dropping a whole lot of jewels, man, that a lot of these artists can use, man. And with that being said, a lot of artists do it different ways. But like you said, by the way of them doing it like they do it, it shows that they got that social anxiety. And that nervousness from, you know, being at that show or whatever the case may be, because a lot of them, they travel. You know, take my partner Boosie for you know, for an example. He always traveled with a big entourage.
Because that's
you know
you're comfortable.
Saying?
That's you're comfortable.
Right.
You gotta be comfortable around people, but when that shit start fading and blowing up, you gotta be like, man, you know, damn.
And it did. You know what I'm saying?
Happens.
And he got trust issues now because of the crowds that he did take with. You know, a lot of them was going with him, you know what I'm saying, for different reasons, man. A lot of them wanted a part of the fame. A lot of them wanted to, you know, just be around and be groupies. A lot of them was, you know, interested in robbing or whatever the case may be. it's a lot of stuff, man, that came along with
Right,
that.
bro. Right.
But
It's true.
yeah, that's another jewel that you dropped. It's in the music back then, we didn't have social media.
Nope.
So doing that groundwork, going to the record stores and different things like that, man, what was it like when you first saw your albums in stores and you started doing radio interviews and promo runs and all of that? What was that feeling like?
I'll be honest with you, bro. I cried. You know what I mean? Because, I'm from the 7th ward. I ain't never saw nobody do that. I'm the 7th ward. I'm the St. Bernard. I'm Ricky B. So I go in Peaches, and Peaches right there in the 7th ward.
Right.
And I walk in there, and I'm looking at partners in crime, all my people, and then I see me, and I'm just like, man. You don't cry in front of people. You kind of walk out. You kind of walk out. They congratulate you, and you kind of just walk out, and that little teardrop, man. And you go tell your mom, I saw my song in the store. They really selling that. People really like that. You can't explain it to somebody who don't understand that excitement. They just want to see their child happy, and that's all she saw was a happy child.
Right.
So that really broke me down. Like, I always knew you was gonna be something. You always working hard. I used to hear you in the room writing and beating on it. Stuff like that, and that kind of teared you up for a minute. But at the end of the day, when you hear it on the radio and people, like, I was in Popeye's drive-thru across from Parish Prison when it used to be on 2-lane and on Broad. I was in the drive-thru, bro, and Y'all Holla came on Q93, and the girls was in the window. They had it on in there, and they was dancing like, that's the song. And I'm ordering, man, and I'm sitting there, and I hear Wild Wayne come on and say, Ricky B, and I'm like, man, dog, I pulled to the side, man, I had a moment. Like, man.
That's crazy.
What's going on? Like, bro, you really on the radio. You know what I mean? And it was funny, like, I'm young at the time, bro.
Right.
I'm into other stuff, right? So the fear of the unknown is settling in. Man, everybody gonna know who I am.
Right.
So you notice I had no picture on no album cover.
So that's the crush groove of the South, man.
I ain't want nobody to know who I was, bro, my picture. That's why I didn't put no picture on no project.
And that was smart to a certain degree.
Because of what else I was doing.
Right.
I didn't want to walk in Peaches and people be like, nigga doing walking in Peaches. You know what I mean? Let me be Ricky B for a minute, man. Let me go
figure this thing
figure
out.
my consignment out and see what's going on, and then I could get back to that. So that was a reason for me not putting my picture on any project until I.
So you had a part in that.
Yeah. I did.
Wise thinking.
Mobo never tell you, like, man, he just, he lived a life before Shake for Your Hood, and I had to clean that up. You know what I mean? I had to clean that up.
I don't know if a lot of people that seen, man, he keep mentioning Mobo. And if you look on my Instagram page at a picture that I put on a vlog, a small interview, a segment of an interview that I did with Miss Peaches, man, that's Mobo. So if y'all check out my Instagram page and look at that, I think it's one of the first. I don't have too many videos on my personal Instagram page, but if y'all want to know who Mobo is, that's who Mobo
people,
is. He on that
man,
picture.
People don't even know, but like Mo, man, when you talk about Baby, you talk about Chuck from Big Boy, you talk about Master P, man, the next person you got to talk about is Mo, bro.
Yes, sir.
Mo started that gangster rap in the city. Mo started that, but see, Mo was like me, like, I just want to be behind the scenes, laid back. I don't want to be out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Mo put on a lot of artists that a lot of people don't know, from Fifth Wall Weavy, Tim Smooth, Chopper, gave all us our first shots at it. And when nobody else wanted us, he took us. You know what I mean? So that dude, he deserved a lot of credit, bro. You know what's funny? Somebody wrote a Mobo called Mobo and Ricky. Wrote a book called Mobo and Ricky. It's about a horse, man.
Man, you put me on to
I'm
something,
telling
man.
you, Mo sent me the book. He got a copy. I'm like, man, it's our story, Mo, but it's not really. It's not from somebody who knew us. It's just a story about Mobo and Ricky. I'm
Man,
telling you,
that's crazy.
bruh. We was always last, and we found a way to get on top. That's what the book is about, and it's about a kid with a horse, man. Mo and Ricky.
That's
Yeah.
real business there, bro.
Mo.
That's real
Yeah,
business.
Aziatikk the book, man. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
it's true.
yeah. And on that, man, I got to catch up with him. You know what I'm saying? I done interviewed a whole lot of artists, man, from New Orleans, man. But it's a whole lot more I got to get a hold of.
Yeah, you gotta
Real
talk to
talk.
Mo, bro. Mo came back. You know, me and Mo got a relationship, man, it's like brothers. I mean, we understand so much about each other. When he
Right.
came back with a vision for a song with the Sister Sledge, We Are Family.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He said, man, I know the perfect person to do that song. He called me. We killed it.
That's
You know what I
it.
mean? Killed
That's
it.
it. I hear you say a lot about, man, being mixed up in the street back then and doing street things, man. Of course, all of us, even myself, played around with them streets. How did you not get consumed and get caught up with street activity, gang activity, or whatever the case may be, and not end up having your story or having your face on a T-shirt? How did that happen?
It was, I pay attention to the signs, man. Whenever it got close, I knew I had to move
You
different.
shifted.
Yeah, everything got close. Somebody went to jail, somebody got shot at, somebody got shot, somebody got robbed. I was like, I gotta move just a little bit different, stay a step ahead.
Man,
That's
what
they
you
doing.
think you got to do before you leave here, man? Because the more we talk, you got it's something you got to do before you leave here.
What's that?
I don't know. I'm just wondering. Do you know? I feel the same way about myself, but I ain't figured it out yet.
Oh, before I leave this earth?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I definitely know, man. Listen, I know, bro. I'm telling you, I know. And I think that's why I'm so blessed to be where I'm at, bro. Because I'm gonna tell you what I do in my professional life. And I'm gonna tell you how music inspired that or made that happen. But don't you know, I get up almost every day, and at least sometimes twice a week, I gotta talk to professional people about the safety of our men that we got out there working on power lines. I'm the safety director for that.
Tell us a little bit about that, man.
So what we do is, companies like Mississippi Power, y'all got it up there, Entergy, all these companies. The company I work for, we maintain their grid systems. You know what I mean? We do maintenance, we rebuild the infrastructure, we do all of that.
Right.
And I'm the director of safety for the Eastern Division of a company. It's a lot of areas, a lot of people from East Texas all the way up north, all the way across, all the way down, the whole Eastern United States. So I'm always on the go. And I'm in front of people, like regular, everyday men.
Right.
Talking to them about the more important things in life and why you should conduct yourself in a certain manner when dealing with them power lines. I'm driving a culture of people that report to me to send that same message. So my call, to tell you how I do that, it comes with music. When you on a stage and you could command the attentions of thousands of people and you say, put your hands up and everybody do it, and you start singing a song and they start singing it word for word, then I know how to command attention. You know what I mean? It's what I say really matters. Because if I get up there and say, everybody pull out a gun and shoot in the air one time, trust me, if everybody in there got a gun, they gonna pull it out and shoot it in the air one time because you commanding that attention.
Right.
So I'm always careful of what I said in music. No matter how vulgar it was, it's a message in everything I said in music. Every song I made, you listen to, you're gonna pull a message if you listen. Don't hear it, listen. So the way that worked for me to move in the music life, I transcended that to my professional life. So you asked me what it is that I have to do before I leave here. Man, my thing is to make sure that at the end of the day, no matter if it's music for a man, no matter if it's a job for a man, no matter if it's hustling for a man, no matter what it is that you're doing in this world to make it, at the end of the day, just be a man of integrity, a man of substance, a man with morals. And if you do that right there, the rest will follow.
Right.
That's my thing. I could leave here today or tomorrow and feel comfortable with what I've tried to do. Even if I didn't accomplish it, I tried. But if I accomplish it,
Right.
man, I feel like my job here is done. I won't stop,
You won't.
but I feel like I've done.
Right. Right.
It's not about, I don't want to get rich. Man, I don't want to get rich at all. Trust me, I don't want them problems.
Man, you know, man, who raised you?
My mom, man. My mom raised three, a single mom raised 3 boys. I'm the middle. I'm the one that got into trouble. I got my ass whipped if I didn't listen to him. I got my ass whipped if I didn't teach him. You know what I mean? So I was always
you had that pressure.
I had it bad. So you know what that taught me, man? Look, you either following somebody or you leading somebody. Take your pick. You're in the middle all the time. So I always felt like if I'm gonna be in the middle, and I'm gonna make sure I follow.
Well, that made you complete for sure, man. Because you know what I'm saying. If you don't know how to follow, you damn sure can't lead.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
that's most definitely in life, man.
Yeah, man.
So with you escaping the industry, escaping the streets, and you being still out here, you knowing where where you came from, definitely know where you're going, man. What messages do you have for artists and DJs and that sort of thing? What's the most influential statement you can put out there, man, for artists today?
Have fun, man. Have fun. Enjoy while it lasts. Take advantage of every moment. Because when it's over, it's over. You know what I mean? Just make sure when you speaking, just think about somebody's listening. You know what I mean? But basically, in short, have fun. That's it.
Right.
But everything else, somebody's listening. You can be the one person that destroys or turns somebody's life around, man. Just through music.
With that being said, how do you feel about today versus yesterday? We ain't gonna say versus yesterday, man. Along with yesterday and today's, man, doing sort of a comparison or
to the music?
Or concurrent run, with the music. And with the music and the culture of music.
Okay, so I'm a fan, right? I'm a fan of music. I'm a fan first and foremost, and I'm gonna respect every artist because I know what it takes to go in there and be a creative. I know that process, so I can't say it's whack. I can't say it's garbage. If it's just not to my liking, I'm just like, it's not to my liking. I ain't gonna comment on it. I ain't gonna say nothing. But one thing I do know, Tent Wall Buck, me and him had a conversation, and I asked him that very question, and he looked me dead in my face, just like to say, Rick, bro, we can't do what y'all did back in the day, so we gotta figure out another way to do it. I said, that's respect. That's respect. You know what I mean? So I don't hold nothing against the man because, like I say, I respect the music and I respect the art because I know what it takes to go in there and try to be a creative.
Shout out Buck, man, for even being real enough to make that statement, man. Because a lot of them, they stick their chests out, man.
Oh yeah.
Kind of be, and that's another question. They kind of be a little upset, a little angry, man, with older artists for some reason. I've seen that as well with a lot of different artists, man. So shout out Buck once again for that. And then what's your feelings on that, man? The older artists or the younger artists being, mad or upset with the opposing end. What?
Yeah, I've seen that, man. I didn't understand it, bro. Like, an older artist has done the work. He's put in the time. He's made his career what he's made his career. So if a younger artist want those jewels, just ask, but don't expect it as a handout because everything we talk to the younger artists about, we had to research that and learn ourselves, or we had to learn through fuck ups. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we learn. So anything we tell them, we're telling them so they don't have to go. I mean, music, of course, is different now. It was analog back then, it's digital now. So you could easily be robbed of this, or somebody could easily steal your sound and do this and do that. So when we talking, sometimes that might come off as man, he hating on me, holding me back. No, man, I'm just trying to tell you how to get your affairs in order before you just throw your shit out there. And now you hear somebody else doing your shit, you know, you wondering, man, I could have did this and did that. So I think that's foul. I don't think it's right. You know what I mean? But we have experience. Not only experience in music, but experience in knowledge. So anything you ask us, we gonna give it to you. Other than that, man, we had to go to lawyers, explain this to me. We had to pay for that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody giving you nothing free. So, you know, I don't like it when they do that. I haven't experienced that because I'm giving whatever artist asks me for, man, look, what you need, bro? I'm not selfish. I'm not stuck on this shit like that, like it's mine. You know what I mean? It's enough money out here for everybody to get. So I even tell people, man, I want to sample your song, man, do what you gotta do. I own it. Just make sure you do the publishing. I don't care.
Right.
You know, so I don't like the fact that they be having that little beef going on, but I don't see it as a big deal. I think sometimes just be misconstrued behind sharing information.
Right. Okay. All right. Next question, man, is talking about the Hot Boys and the Hot Boy reunion, man.
Yeah.
A lot of them, your peers, man. Y'all came up together, man.
Yep.
Equally important to the industry.
Yep.
And I can't say that enough, man, because I'm a fan, I'm a DJ, man, I'm a veteran DJ. I've been doing this longer than a lot of people even been living.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going on 60, man. I'm 56 years old, and I've been doing this since I was 10 years
That's
old.
a blessing, bro. That's a blessing.
I really feel that the South has taken over and I do mean the Deep South, has taken over the hip hop industry.
Oh yeah, no question.
You know, being as old as I am in the game, man, and me knowing that back in the day, you know, we was trash. We was with our southern, you know, drawl. You know, we was country boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We was slaw. All of that. You know, I'm not putting that out there, man, to you know, to beef up no hype or nothing like that, or hype up no beef.
Right.
I'm just saying that he was mentioning a little while ago, we had to go through some things, bro.
Yep.
We got some bullet wounds, man, and some gashes, man, that'll probably never heal because the trauma that came with some of the stuff that we weathered, man, some of the storms we went through, man, a lot of people never heal from it.
Nope.
And that is one of the things that a lot of older artists be kind of angry about is to see younger artists come in the game and kind of not take it serious.
Yeah.
You know, I'm real passionate about that when I see young DJs and they won't buy no equipment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So going to them, trying to tell them to get them some equipment, man, trying to help them get equipment, and then they expect for me to give them some.
Yeah.
You know, I had this shit costs
So
thousands.
you know. Yeah.
These Technique 1200s, man. Now
you get a board. You know?
Yeah, and throw something on. But you know what though? I'm glad I was patient with them because they learning that first of all. If we had, you know, got into some type of struggle about it and, you know, been at odds, then I wouldn't be able to see this.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are seeing now that you can't get back.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? There's no way you can get back. And then the equipment now is a hell of a lot. You know, it's a different in the you know, the way finances are handled today. But you get a board now, man, it costs you $2,000.
$2,000. You know, you need is
back then, man, you know, you get Technique 1200, 500,
and a mixer.
Yeah, so you pretty much be in the game. But what I'm really trying to get out of the situation, man, is I try to teach with everything that I do. All the interviews I do, especially with the icons, man, I try to teach with that and put messages out.
That's right.
So I'm gonna head towards, in this one, man, I'm gonna head towards I'm just gonna say, man, I'm trying to figure out the best way to put it, man.
Just put it out there, man.
You know, a lot of times when you go at it, I struggle with that, man, because my wife always said, "Ain't what you say is how you say it."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with an artist like yourself, you speaking on the hot boy situation, you know what I'm saying, and your peers having beef. What is your thoughts on
It
that,
hurt,
first
man.
of all,
You know, it hurted to see that, bro. Cause you know, and I know they're on a different path right now, but just to see that play out on social media, man, I was like, man, these dudes here got history. They should be able to pick up the phone and air that out to each other.
What do you, man, them being that seasoned in the game, man, and once again I feel the same way. What do you think they get caught up? What happens, man?
Man, it's the world we live in, bro. You know, it's the world we live in. Not everybody don't seek validation, but everybody seeks to get their side of the story out and let the people decide what side you're gonna be on. You know, I never would have thought in my million years. Well, I ain't fucking a million years. I'm tripping. That's that cliche shit.
Understand, yeah.
I never thought in my years, bro, that I see some of the realest cats I know air certain things out on social media. You know, not that, hey, do what you gotta do what you wanna do, but bro, I ain't getting into it with my partners or my past partners. I ain't getting into it with nobody on social media, bro. You know what I mean? Not if I feel like, man, we men now. You know, we should have argued about this kind of shit as little boys. We men now.
Right.
So let me pick up the phone and call my guy and say, man, look, what's up, bro? You know, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what caused any of that. I don't know. But when I used to just read it, bro. I didn't have a dog in that. I didn't have a bug in that fight. I just, like, man, I can't believe we doing this, man. Like, y'all about to take over. Like, y'all don't know how many bags out there waiting for y'all, and you know what I mean. But I'm glad they worked through it. It was kind of heartbreaking for me, bro, because I did an interview on the evolution of hip hop, and I was talking about the Hot Boys. You can look it up, and you gonna see when I say, them boys could spit. Them boys got nothing but lyrics.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Because I'm a fan.
Yeah.
You know? I'm a fan.
I've been around all of them. I done dealt with all of them. I'm gonna just say Juvie being the closest. Then Turk, then Wayne, and you know, strangely, me and Baby had some just one incident, man, in Jackson State University, man, where we got into a little elbow shoving at a concert one time. But this recent Hot Boy reunion that's out there, man, y'all make sure y'all check it out. It was kind of emotional for me as well.
Yeah.
Because them boys had so much fun on that stage.
It was, bro.
Yeah,
it
man,
was.
you can see it. They turned into little boys,
They
man.
did.
Yeah,
Exactly,
especially
bro.
Turk, man.
They went back, bro.
Yeah, man, they turned into little boys out there, man. And I think, man, you know, I'm gonna just say this right here. Hot boys, man, protect yourselves, man, because a lot of times when things like that happen, man, it be something. I don't like to speak it, but it'd be something detrimental on the other side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes they speed through it and go so fast to, you know, they crash out. But whatever blessings the Hot Boys got, man, I hope they get it. I appreciate your words on it. You know what I'm saying? Those thoughts really matter. And then a lot of that can be taken and put into perspective, man, when it comes to other beefs and that sort of thing,
man. Like, you know, they gonna be all right, man. I think they saw what not only the city wanted, but I think they see what the people wanted. You know, the New Orleans that's your first stop, right?
Right.
So everybody want to see that. A lot of people travel to New Orleans to see that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So some of them back home, a lot of them watch it on YouTube or Amazon Music, which was a beautiful thing, but ain't nothing like that in-person experience. And I think I think they're gonna get that part together. I think they're gonna be fine, man. They just cause they all heavy hitters. They all heavy hitters, and they got a lot of classics that they could just let people just reflect on back in the past while they sitting there. And people gonna know them words. But when it come to the beats, man, you know, bro, hip hop, man. It's hip hop. You know why? Yeah. You know why? What's the deal, man? Like, let's just make music and have fun.
Right, right.
Because at the end of the day, I don't care how thuggish you is on a record. When you go home, look at that little girl and your wife, that goes away. You know what I'm saying? You become a real person. So just have fun with who you are, because in front of that camera, that's who you gotta be. But just remember, at the end of the day, be a man.
Right,
you know, like be yourself, man. It's all right.
That's that lesson.
That's it, bro.
All right. Okay. So now, you got any? I know you said you straight, man, but you think you might want to get into a movie or big time documentary or something, man?
Bro, you know, I'm born for that shit right there, man. I ain't lying, bro. Look, man. Listen, bro. I know, listen, I'm in a movie, but it's at the end of credits, you know, called my BFF. You know, I had to perform Y'all Holler with me and DJ Hectic. Shout out to my guy Hectic.
You know what, man? And Hectic, man, that's my hit man, DJ partner, man. I ain't seen Hectic in years, man. I got to catch up with Hectic, man.
Yeah, Hectic on the ground, man. Hectic on the ground.
I did some, well, we did some things for each other, man, right after Katrina.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? We did some things, man, together under Greg Street and Casper, man, under the Hit Me and DJ umbrella, man. So shout out to Hectic, man.
There you go. That's my guy, man. Hectic put out that Legends of New Orleans. He gave it that shout out. DJ Hectic, man. I'm telling you, that dude is a good dude right there, too.
Yeah, where is Hectic, man?
Hectic down here, man. Hectic, I think Hectic might still be in Killer, man.
Send him my number, man.
All right, Hectic is coming your way. But yeah, so we played in that, my BFF, man. They made the performance scene, the video for Y'all Holler. You know what I mean? It had all the stars in it, man.
You know what? I did see a clip of that on I think on YouTube.
Yeah, that's Hectic back there. You know, the DJ, man. But you know, you see all the movie stars in there. You know, that was a good look. And as far as, man, somebody cast me for a movie, man. I'm telling you, I'm a natural to this shit, bro. I wrote a book called Greed, man, and I wrote it just like a movie. Like, man, this a fucking movie. I'm built for this, man. Put me in front of the cameras. I'm telling you, you'd be like, damn, he's a natural. You know what I mean?
Hey, come on, man. You just spoke it right here, man.
Y'all
make sure that happen, man.
Yeah, just give me a trial run. Just give me a trial run. You know? But yeah, I do aspire, brother. I aspire to be in the ears of these young folks as much as I can. Whether it's through movies, social media, music, just let every role might not be for me, right? A whole role might come from this. I might be like, nah, I can't fuck with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
but if it's the right one, of course, man, because I want to inspire, impact, and influence. Bro.
What won't you do in a movie?
I can't play the drug dealer.
I can't do that.
I'll be too good at it. I want something challenging. You know, right. I want to be. I don't want to say a police officer. I want to be somebody that really has to be in his role. I don't want to be, okay, you're going to be the drug dealer on the corner. You're going to be the friend of the drug dealer. That's too easy,
Let me ask you, man, what would you, listen, if they came at you with a movie, being a major part of the movie, man, and they somehow, man, came at you sideways with some crazy shit, man, how would you handle that?
Like crazy, like money-wise, or just the role?
No, just the role, maybe money, anything, man, that they, you know, we all hear what goes. Maybe they want you to put a dress on or something.
Oh no, that ain't happening.
How would you handle it? How would you handle it?
I can't do that, man. That's not me. That's not what I want to portray. I don't even see a need for that role. That's what I would say.
So would you spaz? What would you say?
I wouldn't spaz, because you know, if I spaz, I might blow another opportunity. But I will make it known how I feel about it in a professional manner, because we're in a professional environment. Right. Now that's just at the forefront, at the beginning. Now, if you keep pressing, then
That's
it
what I
becomes
mean.
different. Like, hey, man, the fuck
Right.
I ain't fucking with that, man.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right,
Like, I
right.
don't want to do that.
I just, you know
what
what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of stuff in the industry myself, man. I've been all across the world with this thing, man. So, you know, a lot of people ask me to this day. You know, I strangely, when I was out there on the road with Banner and Lil Jon and Boosie, Webby, and all of them cats, man, we used to go to some of these parties, man, and see some wild stuff. You know, with the situations that's going on now, because everything, this is the year of exposure, man. Everybody being exposed, all of this wild stuff, man. But I can tell y'all that using common sense and using what God gave you, which is a little bit above common sense, can keep your ass out of a lot of shit.
Oh, yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And with me, me asking this gentleman about being in movies, the only reason I asked him that, man, is because I'm interested in Ricky B, how high Ricky B gonna go. Cause to me, man, just to be sitting beside Ricky B is an honor.
Appreciate that.
The music that the 30-something years that it came from, and me knowing this, and me knowing the work that you put in and the work I have put in, and for you to still be relevant, man, it's something like it take me back to childhood, bro.
Yeah. So, and again, so you was talking about one thing, and you reverted right back to the music. So imagine if I would have did a lot of things that I told you I tried to stay away from. You know what I mean? Just imagine that shit could have had me on a whole different path.
Right.
Same thing with the movie, right? Man, come on, man. Listen, man. I'm a firm believer in, you know, networking builds net worth. I'm a firm believer in that. But I'm also a firm believer that, you know, all money ain't good money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can be about your business. That money gonna come, but if you be about that money, you'll sell yourself short for $1.
For sure. We're gonna manifest that movie, man. We're gonna
Manifest it, man. I'm
Yeah,
telling you, I
we
stand
gon-
in
we gon'
front of the
speak
camera,
that-
man. Look,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
we're gonna speak that right into it in existence, man.
That's right.
The 504 right now, man,
We booming.
and
We lit, man.
that's, I'm gonna say 18, no, it's almost 20 years after Katrina.
Yep. This what, 19?
19
right now?
years after Katrina, man. How did Katrina affect you, bro? What?
Man, you know, a lot of people don't know this. So, you know, I was out of town when I watched it on the news. Out of town, you could see it. New Orleans, you can't see it. All the lights.
You was already out of town?
I was already gone. I was gone before it even came on. I was working in New Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you was
Yeah, so
okay.
I was calling my family like, look, y'all need to move. Y'all need to do this. Oh, it's going to be all right. You know, the project's still up. We weathered a lot of storms. You know what I mean? Oh, we're going to be all right. It's going to be all right. I'm like, look, this different. Y'all need to go ahead. Y'all need to move. And so, you know, this conversation took all the way up to a week, all the way up to the day of, man. And
You calling home?
I'm calling home, making sure y'all, what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna stay? All right. I'm just telling y'all, you know, all this. I can get y'all a hotel in Texas if y'all go
What
that
made
way.
you know it was different, bro?
Man, I work them. That's the type of work I do. We respond to that. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I know when the utility company saying it's gonna be bad, like we on standby. We need to get ready.
Gotcha,
We need to
okay.
mobilize.
All right.
And so, you know, that night, y'all can't see it because the light's out. But I'm watching the TV, and I'm like, man, look, it's tearing it up. Then the next day, watching it on TV, the sun up, it's beautiful. I'm calling, can't get nobody. Cell towers down. I'm like, man, I can't get in touch with nobody. And all of a
Man,
sudden,
what was that feeling like, bro?
right, it's just, you know, it's morning time, so remember it's an hour behind in New Mexico. So morning time here, I'm still watching it on TV. Like, okay, it's all right. It was, you know, the lights out. Maybe they gonna call when they get up. Maybe they sleep or whatever. So I go to work, man, and all of a sudden my boss he comes say, hey, man, y'all see what's going on in New Orleans? We're like, what, man? The whole city flooded. We're like, what? So we get on our phones and start looking, and now I'm trying to call again. I can't find nobody. Like, I'm just like, man, I wonder if my family's all right. And all of a sudden, you know, they closed the airports. We couldn't fly home. So after about a week, You know, I started getting in touch with people. They told me where they was at, how they got there. Helicopters had to come get them. And I finally was able to fly home into Baton Rouge. And man, I drove to New Orleans because the only people they was letting in at the time was people that lived there. So I drove, checked on everybody's house in my family. Man, fucking mud just stacked up in the houses. I'm looking. I found my great grandmother picture that sitting on top of the mud. I pulled that out, bro. Everybody else's house just was done, gone.
You didn't lose anybody, did you?
Nah, I didn't lose no family members. You know what I mean? But I had my grandmother was in a wheelchair, my little cousin was in a wheelchair, man. My one little cousin handled all of that, and she a girl too. You know what I mean? I got pictures of them.
So your grandmother was in a wheelchair prior to Katrina?
And my little cousin, she was confined to a wheelchair. And my one girl cousin and her mom had to take care of all that, make sure they got them to higher ground, which is on the interstate.
And they did that?
They did all that, dog. All that.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. And that's why I say, bro, you know, when I saw my old neighborhood the way it was, and I listened to the stories that my auntie told me and the pictures that she told me and everything they went through, man, I felt like, damn, I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't even help. You know what I mean? My mom had my little brother with her. They told me the fun parts, they told me the bad parts, but man, just to not be able to help, I felt it was a weird space for me. You know, so when I finally was able to get home, the best I could do is go run to every last one of their houses, go to Houston where they was at, go to Hammond, you know what I mean, wherever they was at, and try my best to get them back to the city was the best I could do.
So were you married at that time?
Yeah, I was married at the time. They was good. They was in Baton Rouge. So,
okay.
So a lot of people came to my house. You know what I'm saying? So that worked out. You know what I mean? That was able to house some people for long periods, some people for short periods till they got their stuff together. But we worked it out as a family.
How long would you say, man, that trauma, where that particular segment of trauma lasted?
With me or within people?
Just with your
man,
close family.
In my opinion, bro, it still affects them today. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we close knit, and you know, when it rains, you start to have them. I'm talking about when it storms, you start having flashbacks. Man, I wonder if it's gonna flood. It probably ain't gonna flood a lot, but it's gonna be flooding. I wonder if they're gonna be all right. Because I think about my little cousin, you know, in a wheelchair. You know what I mean? Like, man, Tiffany still had that strength to get her sister, you know, where she's supposed to be at again. You know, she's gotten older. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would happen if we went through this all over again? So every time a hurricane warning comes, bro, I start reflecting, and I know they do because they lived it. I just saw it from a distance. They lived it.
How many of them are still here?
The only person that's gone now, my mom. I lost my mom in 23, lost my aunt in 23, and I lost my grandmother. Let me see, I lost my grandma. So those are the three. I got a couple of uncles, they gone too, but you know, it wasn't a result of Katrina, you know, it was, you know, other causes of death, but still, you know, we're a smaller family now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We're a smaller family, but, and you know, my wife, she lost her father-in-law, grandfather, and grandmother in that, you know, after that. And then two paternal grandmothers. You know what I mean?
Who all came back?
Oh, everybody.
Oh, everybody came back?
Oh, yeah. Everybody came back, man. I mean,
you got the
right
kids?
back in the Seven Wall, man. One daughter, man.
Okay.
You know what I mean? About to graduate from Dillard University, class of 2025, man. About to be a law student, smart as a whip, getting ready to, you know, she's the vice president of the honor something. I don't know, man. She's doing so much. She's president of Zeta, vice president of Zeta. Man, she is so much, bro.
Shout out to the junior.
There you go. There you go. You know what I mean? So yeah, she doing her thing, bro.
Man, Katrina, man.
Oh, and she DJ. I want to tell you,
Straight?
Yeah, she DJ, man. Yeah,
Okay.
Man.
All right.
She's doing her thing, man. You know,
All right.
she got the music in her.
All right. And you DJ too, right?
For a little bit, man. That's how I really got into all this, man. Like I tried.
Okay.
You know,
What you take with the 1200s at? You still got them?
Oh no! That's what I'm saying. I used to be with Disco T, man. Disco T, he became the DJ. I was the rapper, man. You know, so Ford Park, where it all used to be at. You know, I used to get on the mic in Ford Park.
Did you break dance? back in the day?
Nah, man, I left that to Chucky and DD, man. You got to be from the project to know about that, man. Chucky, DD, Tonya, Yvette, Cookie, all them, man, that was the break dancers. I used to just be rapping, you know, they used to be break dancers. We had a whole little entertainment thing in Fort Park,
Man, that's
man.
crazy. Hey, man, I want to invite y'all, man, y'all people to look up. Just Google New Orleans bounce or history of New Orleans bounce or however you put it, man, and go on YouTube, man. It's a lot of footage, man, that's being put out today. You know, the social media is taking over now. You know what I'm saying? And I used to, I'm gonna be honest, man. I used to hate the fuck out of social media, man. But it has its benefits.
Right.
And being that, you know, the way culture is now, man, that's how we get our information. Mm-hmm. So go on YouTube or whatever the case may be and just look up some of this stuff, man. Look up this man's history and also some other artists that are from here, man. You know what I'm saying? You got, man, probably damn near 100 more I can think of that most people don't even know about.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you know it, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. My wife, she loved bounce music. Mm-hmm. But when I said Ricky B, she didn't know who the hell you was, but she know your music. Yeah. She know the music. She was like, Ricky B, man, I heard of him, but he sang that song? I was
there
like,
you
yeah,
go.
Ricky B sang that song.
And I love that, man. I love that.
So it's some information out there, man, y'all need to look at, man. Look, bro, one more shout out to you.
I appreciate
man,
that,
for being the icon that you are, man. And I just want to let you know, man, just like my man Norris say on Drink Champs, man, I got to give you them flowers.
Yeah.
Bruh, it's important, man.
I appreciate it, man.
And I got a whole lot of footage of artists, man, that I interviewed down here in the NO. And I'm doing it for a reason, man, because New Orleans had a big part, played a big part, man, in my career.
That's what's up,
as a
man.
DJ. I never had to work for nobody. I done been a millionaire with this shit, and I done been dead broke with this shit.
Yeah.
But I used to drive down here and get music and take back to Mississippi, take back to Jacktown, and play it in them underground clubs. Back in the day, I introduced this bounce, man, to a lot of people. So I know the impact that it has. And the new artists that's doing bounce, man, y'all take this, the avenue, man, that this man has laid out for y'all and make for sure y'all travel it in the right manner, man. And stay safe out there, man. Stay away from the bullshit in the industry, man, because they setting y'all up left and right these days. I was just looking at some footage, man, about P&B Rock.
Yeah.
And you know how he was
went
set
out
up.
there. That's cool, huh?
That's cool.
By a grown man.
And then it's, man, you saw that?
Yeah, man.
That's crazy as hell, man. Put his 14-year-old son up to that, man.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. You know, and that, you know, then that's why I say, man, have fun with this
14
shit,
or
man.
17, it was one of them, man. But anyway, man, I just can't see no grown man putting his son in no shit like that, bro. That's
why you gotta have fun with this, man. It's entertainment, man. It's entertainment. It's fun. And entertain, have fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And man, that was crazy, man. I was looking at, that's actually the footage I was editing when you walked in the lobby there, man.
I got you.
I got to go back and finish checking that out, man, and get really deep down into it. When I see stuff like that, I really study it. You know what I'm saying? That's what kind of keep me with messages with my boys on what to do and what not to do. You know, I know about my way. I can tell them about my way, but a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, being that I'm in the industry, I take a little bit of this, that, and the other, man, all of the stuff that's going on now, and I use that, man. To kind of keep my sons clear of bullshit. But anyway, man, it was nice sitting down talking to you, man. You got any messages, man, for the people out there, bro?
Man, look, it's a lot that happens in life, right? Your past is gonna always try and come fuck with your future. Stay focused. Lock in. It ain't where you come from. It's where you at and where you going. Don't let somebody else take away all the hard work that you put in. But more than that, don't let them take the credit for all the hard work that you put in and you start laughing because what you just did, you put everything you've done in the hands of somebody else, man. Control your own destiny, man. This shit entertainment. There's too many avenues out here for y'all to accomplish what y'all want to accomplish. Measure all of them before you decide on one, man. And have fun with this shit, man.
No doubt. How can people book you for shows and celebrity show-ups?
Oh yeah, look, I'm on social media. I think my phone number's tagged on all that too. So my Instagram is rickbeater1, rickbeater_mf1. So that's RICKBEEDA_MF1. People think, oh, that's Rick Beater motherfucking one. Nah, I'll tell you what it's about if you ask me, but that ain't what it is. And then everything else on social media, you know, Rick Beater one on Twitter and on Facebook. So, you know, Ricky B 504 on Facebook if you want to book me. You can book me through any one of the platforms, but like I say, my number tagged all of them. So just hit me up, man. Plus, if you already got the number, you already know me. It's easy for me.
Ain't no doubt. And if you say you can't find him, you're a damn lie, because if you know me, you know him.
That's what I'm talking about. For real. For real, for real.
All right, Rick.
Yes, indeed.
One love, man.
Yes, indeed.